You are standing outside on a warm summer evening. Within minutes, you are covered in bites while the person next to you has not a single one. You have probably been told it is because you have sweet blood, or maybe you just smell nice. The truth is far stranger, more specific, and deeply rooted in your biology. You are a mosquito magnet, and the reasons why reveal a hidden world of chemical signals you are broadcasting right now without even knowing it. Only female mosquitoes bite. They need the protein in your blood to produce eggs. A single blood meal can yield hundreds of offspring. Male mosquitoes are harmless nectar sippers, never touching a human. The female has evolved into one of the most precisely tuned hunter machines on the planet. The most notorious is Aedes aegypti, which has evolved a near-obsessive preference for human blood. She can detect you from 50 meters away and decides whether to land in a fraction of a second. The first thing she notices is your breath, specifically the carbon dioxide you exhale. Mosquitoes have specialized receptors on their antennae called CPA neurons that are exquisitely sensitive to CO2. When you breathe out, you create a plume of carbon dioxide that drifts on the wind. The mosquito detects this plume and flies upwind, zigzagging back and forth like a hound following a scent trail until she finds the source. The more CO2 you produce, the bigger your plume. But CO2 only gets the mosquito close. It tells her there is a living, breathing animal nearby. It does not tell her whether to land. That decision comes from your skin. Your skin is a chemical billboard broadcasting hundreds of volatile organic compounds. The most important compounds are carboxylic acids, fatty molecules produced when your sebaceous glands secrete oils, and bacteria on your skin break them down. Everyone produces them, but some people produce dramatically more. A landmark study found the most attractive subjects produced higher levels of 3 specific acids: pentadecanoic, heptadecanoic, and nonadecanoic acid. These levels were stable over months and years. If you were a mosquito magnet at the start, you were still one at the end. This is baked into your biology. Another key molecule is lactic acid. You produce it when your muscles work, but it also seeps through your skin continuously. It was one of the first human compounds identified as a mosquito attractant, discovered when researchers noticed 2 mosquitoes swarm towards sweaty socks. Combine lactic acid with CO2 and the effect is synergistic. The mosquito's response multiplies. Then there is ammonia in your sweat, and combining ammonia with lactic acid creates a super attractant blend mosquitoes will fly toward even with competing odors present. There is also 1-octantriol, called mushroom alcohol, because it gives mushrooms their earthy scent. Humans produce it on their skin and breath, and mosquitoes have dedicated receptors tuned to detect it. Then there is acetone, which increases when you burn fat. And here is where it gets personal, your blood type. Studies show type O people get bitten nearly twice as often as type A. Type B falls in the middle. About 80% of people secrete blood group antigens in their saliva and sweat which mosquitoes can detect. Type O secretors ring a dinner bell. Your genetics play a role far beyond blood type. Twin studies show identical twins attract mosquitoes at remarkably similar rates compared to fraternal twins. Mosquito attractiveness is highly heritable, controlled by genes regulating metabolism, skin chemistry, and immune system. The bacteria living on your skin are crucial. Your skin hosts billions of bacteria from hundreds of species. They feed on the compounds your body secretes and produce their own volatile byproducts. Your skin microbiome determines much of your odor profile. People who attract fewer mosquitoes tend to have a more diverse skin microbiome. People who attract more are dominated by fewer species, particularly Staphylococcus and Corynebacterium, which are especially good at converting skin secretions into the exact carboxylic acids mosquitoes find delicious. Other factors can temporarily shift your attractiveness. Drinking alcohol, even a single beer, makes you more attractive to mosquitoes. Exercise increases CO2, lactic acid, and heat. Your body temperature rises, and mosquitoes have infrared sensors that detect warmth from close range. pregnant women are bitten about twice as often, likely due to increased CO2 exhalation by about 20%, elevated body temperature, and hormonal changes that alter skin chemistry. Even clothing color matters. Mosquitoes use vision for the final approach. When they smell CO2, their visual system primes to notice certain wavelengths. Red, orange, black, and cyan stand out. Human skin reflects red-orange wavelengths regardless of tone. Your skin lights up like a beacon. Why did mosquitoes evolve this elaborate sensory system? Female mosquitoes need blood to reproduce, but taking blood from a large defensive animal is extremely dangerous. A single swat ends her life and her entire future lineage. Evolution shaped them to be exquisitely selective. The chemical signals they track are honest indicators of host quality. CO2 correlates with body size. Skin carboxylic acids correlate with metabolic health. Heat correlates with blood flow. A mosquito that reads these signals accurately leaves more offspring than one that bites randomly. So what can you do? Since mosquitoes track CO2 plumes, sitting near a fan disperses your breath plume. Avoid peak hours. Aedes aegypti bites during the day, especially early morning and late afternoon, while Culex mosquitoes are active at dusk and after dark. Wear light-colored long sleeves. The most effective tool is DEET. It does not repel mosquitoes in the traditional sense. Instead, it jams their olfactory system, interfering with the receptors that detect attractive compounds on your skin. The mosquito still senses CO2 and heat, but without confirming skin odor signals, she is far less likely to land. Picaridin works similarly and is odorless. Oil of lemon eucalyptus provides some shorter duration protection. Citronella candles are mosely placebo. The smoke and scent may mask you slightly, but the effect is weak and short-lived compared to a proper repellent applied to your skin. Long-term, the solution may come from manipulating the skin microbiome. Researchers are exploring whether applying beneficial bacteria could shift a person's odor profile toward the less attractive end of the spectrum. For now, if you are a mosquito magnet, your best strategy is repellent, light clothing, and acceptance. You are not cursed. You are just broadcasting a signal that evolution tuned mosquitoes to hear, a signal written in your genes, your sweat, and the invisible ecosystem living on your skin. And that, in its own strange way, is kind of remarkable.